How's it going, wrestling fans? Long time no talk. I am Kyle, aka WWE at Home 219, aka CPWF 219. I have two channels. If you haven't, check out both of them. But I am here with my 2014 SummerSlam predictions. So let's get right into this. I did a prediction video last year with my roommates, but I'm not back yet at college, so I'm going to do this one all by myself. Now, the first matchup that really isn't on the card, but what I've been seeing on WWE TV, and it seems like they've been hinting towards, is Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz for the IC title. I really feel like this match is going to happen. There was rumors a unification match was going to happen maybe between Sheamus and Miz, and then maybe they would throw Dolph in there. I still think that's a possibility. That triple threat could happen. You could see Miz, Dolph, and Sheamus battling for the IC/United States title, because right now I don't think Sheamus has a match on the card, so that would be my only logical spot for Sheamus. But you would think, how could they leave the United States champion off of the SummerSlam card? That would be pretty bad. But with Miz and Dolph Ziggler, I'm going to stick with that prediction. I feel like that matchup is going to happen. And as much as I'd love to see Dolph win on the big stage of SummerSlam, the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, I think The Miz will retain. They're kind of doing this whole new Hollywood gimmick with him. I think it's stupid. I mean, it works for him because he's a heel and he's getting heel reactions. But I've never been a big fan of The Miz, never been a big fan of his work. So I'm hoping Dolph will win, but I'm going to take The Miz to win with that figure four leg lock or with a sneak up roll up cover to continue like the feud with Dolph, because I feel like eventually Dolph will gain that IC title. So then we have AJ Lee versus Paige for the Divas Championship. This match is supposed to happen. It is on the card. Now it is official, like I said, and it's a very intriguing matchup. I hope they give these ladies at least a 15-minute spot. I feel like they deserve it. They're the two best divas on the roster, in my personal opinion, probably next to Natalya, who probably is the third best. But that matchup should be a good one. Hopefully this is their best matchup of the two's little rivalry they have going on here. And I think it's going to prolong because I think Paige will win the Divas Championship at SummerSlam. I feel like this would be good for her heel run. And I feel like that's just what's best to prolong this feud, because there's really no other feud right now in the Divas division that would compel me and interest me than Paige and AJ, and I feel like they can continue with that. So another marquee matchup we have here on the card, Y2J, Chris Jericho taking on Bray Wyatt. Chris Jericho picked up a win against Bray Wyatt at Battleground, and I was not a fan of that matchup. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't think that they delivered on that first matchup. So I'm hoping the second matchup at SummerSlam will deliver. And this is going to be another like John Cena feud. I feel like John Cena had a 3 pay-per-view feud with Bray Wyatt, and I feel like that's exactly what this is going to be, because I feel like Bray's going to pick up the big victory here at SummerSlam, and I'm pretty sure both of the Wyatt family members are banned from ringside, so that's good that they're just going to focus it more on Bray and Jericho instead of having the family ringside. So that's what I think about that. And then the next card or matchup on the card I got here is Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Roman Reigns basically costed Randy Orton his WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. So that's where this feud all started, and it's actually been pretty compelling. You've seen some attacks into the stands, and then Randy really got all heel Viper crap on Roman Reigns, and Randy's been doing great work as a heel ever since he turned heel. He's had a good heel run in the WWE for the past year. But I feel like this matchup's a good spot for Roman Reigns to go over Randy Orton. I feel like Roman Reigns will spear Randy Orton and beat him at SummerSlam, and it's gonna hopefully he gets a huge pop because he deserves it. And this will be just a continuation of Roman's big single push, and I think it will lead to a championship matchup down the road, probably in 2 or 3 months. So then this matchup hasn't been made a stipulation yet because I don't check SmackDown rumors, and SmackDown's on Friday. But Dean Ambrose will face Seth Rollins. We don't know what the stipulation is going to be, and I feel like it will be a briefcase match. I feel like that's the only logical thing they're building for. I feel like the briefcase will be on the line in a ladder match here at SummerSlam, and I don't see really Dean Ambrose winning that briefcase. I feel like this is Seth Rollins' time to shine as a heel, and I think Seth Rollins will win that briefcase back, but I feel like this feud is also another feud that could prolong past SummerSlam. That would be pretty compelling because we really technically haven't even seen a match yet. They were supposed to have a match at Battleground, and now that's not happening. So hopefully that wasn't happening, I should say. So Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, I feel like this could be the match of the night. Mark my words here at SummerSlam prediction video that I'm going to take Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins to steal the show. And I feel like it'll be a good match that Seth Rollins will retain his briefcase and continue to be Mr. Money in the Bank and working with the Authority. So then the next matchup we got here, this has been actually given a lot of attention lately, is Rusev versus Jack Swagger in a flag matchup. Ever since Swagger turned face, it was kind of a lazy face turn because obviously you're going to get Americans to back America's guy against a Russian powerhouse. So obviously everybody's going to cheer for Jack Swagger, but I could give two shits about Jack Swagger in his career. Hopefully, I want Swagger to win. Otherwise, I think Rusev's going to win. It doesn't make sense for Swagger to win, in my personal opinion. I feel like Rusev is more of the future than Jack Swagger is. Jack Swagger had his time to shine, and he really didn't capitalize on it. So I'm going to take Rusev to beat Jack Swagger in the flag match, and I'm sure the Los Angeles crowd's not going to like that. So then I'm expecting these two to be either the last two main events by the time since they've been devoting a lot of time to these two on the build. And the first one is Stephanie McMahon taking on Brie Bella. Now, we've seen a lot of interest in this storyline. The WWE's put a lot of time into it. They even ended two Raws with this segment being the main this feud being the main focus. So I think this Stephanie and Brie thing, they're really making this a big deal. Even though I'm not really intrigued because I don't think it's going to be a good wrestling match whatsoever. Stephanie McMahon hasn't stepped in the ring for who knows how long. And Brie Bella is not the greatest wrestler. I find her personally annoying and a terrible actress. But nonetheless, it doesn't make sense for me to have Stephanie win. I think Brie Bella is going to win. It's her return match to WWE. Brie should win. I mean, I really could care less. But they've been doing a good build on that. I will give them that. But I'm not expecting anything at all from this matchup whatsoever, wrestling-wise. So then the main event is Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now this matchup's going to be a good one. I'm personally one of the big fans of this matchup. A lot of people talking shit about this matchup. They want to see like Brock Lesnar face someone else. I think John Cena's the perfect guy. There's no one else that deserves the titles right now. It's too early to give the straps to someone else that's a younger talent. CM Punk's gone. Daniel Bryan's hurt. John Cena's got to be the title holder. But I feel like Brock Lesnar is going to take those titles from him at SummerSlam. It only makes sense. Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Next step would be give him the belt. So I think Brock Lesnar deserves it. Even though he's a part-timer, I'm not a huge fan of part-timers. I definitely think Brock Lesnar is going to defeat John Cena at SummerSlam. It would be pretty interesting if John Cena turned heel and joined Paul Heyman and they screwed Brock, but that's not going to happen. That's just being optimistic. But yeah, I'm expecting Brock Lesnar to defeat John Cena in the main event at SummerSlam. So there's my SummerSlam 2014 predictions. Tell me what you think about my predictions down below. Give me your predictions as well. I'd like to see those. Like and subscribe if you already have not. And take it easy and enjoy SummerSlam, guys.